no rest for the wicked. For the bed is too short to stretch out on, and the covering so narrow that one cannot wrap himself in it. Isaiah 28, verse 20. Not the world's tallest man, but I am 6 feet tall. And in my travels, I've occasionally had to spend the night on a short sofa with a small blanket. My calves are on the armrest on one end, my head uncomfortably contorted against the armrest on the other. And I wake up in the morning feeling as if I have not slept at all. The leadership in Jerusalem knew that they had a serious problem. The nation had been disobedient to the covenant, and as a result, they had given up God's protection and were faced with fending off the Assyrians, who had already wreaked havoc in the northern kingdom of Israel. Instead of turning back to God, however, they hoped to find solution by creating a confederacy of nations to fight off the invaders. They dreamed of strength in numbers, but they were underestimating the power of the enemy. It was a man-made solution to a spiritual problem, and God warned them that they would discover their solution was a tiny bed that offered no rest. Judah was like Adam and Eve in the garden, desperately stitching together fig leaves in the hopes of covering themselves. Another man-made solution to a deeply spiritual problem. Even though they had been told that sin would lead to death, they were underestimating the true cost of sin. It is a problem that we cannot fix on our own. Even after they had covered themselves, Adam and Eve still dove into the bushes to hide when they heard God's approaching. The real solution? As for Adam and his wife, the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. The Bible does not specify that the animal used to provide the skin was a lamb, but the weight of evidence throughout the Bible would certainly suggest that. The message is clear. The wages of sin, death. And the only workable solution, if we want to avoid the prospect of the second death, is for an innocent substitute to cover humanity with his righteousness. Only then will we find a bed big enough to offer rest. Come to me, said Jesus, all you who labor and are heavy laden. I will give you rest.